Hello everyone. In this session we are going to study about a very beautiful and a natural thing that is nothing but lateral appendage. So what is lateral appendage? The lateral appendage which is present in the plant is known as the leaf. Yes, if we see the leaf, what we think is this is the part where the photosynthesis occurs. Why only we think when we saw the leaf, yes, this is only it is going to produce or it prepares the food? So because it is a green part, why not other part synthesizes the food? So that we'll discuss in this class itself. First of all, I'd like to give a morphological structure and later on we'll move on to the internal or anatomical structure of lateral appendage. That is nothing but leaf. The leaf, it has two surfaces, upper and lower surfaces. This is known as the upper surface, and below to that there will be a lower surface. The upper surface is also known as adaxial surface and the lower is also known as the abaxial surface. At the central region, if you see the leaf, you will find a line which is present at the middle portion or central portion. That line is known as a midrib, and number of veins are present. So those veins are, let me tell you, the veins distribution of veins is one characteristic feature which differentiate dicot and monocot. In dicot plant, the distribution of vein is network form, and in monocot distribution of vein is parallelly they differentiated. So now let me tell you one more thing. I guess we learned the shoot system and root system of the plant. If you see whatever you see the plant above the soil region, the plant is present, which is very beautifully distributed or which is beautifully branched in the environment. That part is known as a shoot system. Yes, stem, branches and leaves and all the other part constitute the shoot system. And the root system, it is present under the soil. So here some of the roots are modified roots, we can call it as. The roots, they come up from the soil, but we cannot tell those roots as a shoot system. That all those what is the description you are going to study in the class 11. So now we will see how the internal structure or anatomical structures is present in the leaf. Whatever you are observing the leaf, so this leaf or the diagram is known as a morphological diagram. Morphological means only when we see a leaf how it looks, only that I have drawn on the diagram. So if we take part the portion, the transfer section of the leaf, if I cut at this region and observe under microscope, there will be the number of cells. What are those? What is the function of those cells? And where will be the vascular tissues are present? Vascular tissues is known as xylem and phloem. So that we'll see here, that I am going to draw here. So this is the morphological structure of leaf, and here will be the anatomical structure of the leaf. So as I told you, here it got the adaxial and or upper surface, and below to that abaxial surface. If we label this diagram, so let me complete the diagram. Later I'll keep on telling all the parts of the leaf. So we have somewhat we have finished the TS of the anatomical structure of leaf. So the upper surface, so this is known as the upper epidermis, the outer layer of the leaf or stem is known as epidermis, and this is known as lower epidermis. And remember one thing, in the dicotyledonous plant, only at the lower surface this will be having the stomatas. Okay, so stomatal pore this is, and these are the two guard cells and lower surface, upper surface. So we have the cells here, group of cells. If we tell in a literal way, in a literal name, if we give a little name to this is a group of cells. What type of cells these are? These are known as, so just look at these cells, they are parallelly arranged and without gap. These are arranged side by side with one another. So these cells are known as palisade parenchyma, and the dots that I mentioned on the diagram is referred as the chloroplast. Yes, my dear students, chloroplast, this is the site of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is nothing but the process of transformation of light energy to chemical energy. So by absorbing the light energy, the chloroplast, not exactly the chloroplast, inside to this there are thylakoids, grana, thylakoids, the lumen of thylakoids, these structures will be present. Those are the real workers of transforming the light energy to chemical energy. Though these are present in the chloroplast, that's why we are going to call that as the site of photosynthesis. The dots referred to the chloroplast. Okay, so this is all about the palisade parenchyma. Palisade parenchyma. But just look at these structures. They are not arranged in a parallel manner or in a regular manner. They are distributed irregularly, and a lot of gaps is present in between each cell. Yes, these are nothing but, all these cells are nothing but spongy parenchyma. Spongy parenchyma. Distribution of parenchyma cells in the dicot leaf, that is also a characteristic feature or distinguishing feature of dicot and monocot. But in the monocot leaf, the parenchyma cells, they will not be of two types, and the cells are not arranged in a parallel manner. Now coming to the bundle sheath, as I told you, so the whatever the leaf synthesizes the food, it should get transported throughout the body parts of the plant through the phloem. So what is phloem? Phloem is known as a vascular tissue. What is the function of phloem? Phloem function is it transport the food. So whatever the chloroplast prepares the food, it should transport it to the vascular tissue. Where will be the vascular tissue? Vascular tissue will be at the midrib. So I have mentioned this, I labeled this part, this is the midrib. At the midrib or in the midrib, the vascular tissues are present, and here okay, so here this is the bundle sheath. That bundle sheath envelops or covers the vascular tissues. This is known as a xylem, and this will be the phloem. What is the function of xylem? Xylem transport the water. And what is the function of phloem? Phloem transports the food. Okay. Now, is this space will be like this? What about what type of cells are filled in this place? So let me tell you here. The spherical shaped structure or spherical cells are present in this region. Okay. And remember, this is the bundle sheath. This bundle sheath, it covers the vascular tissue known as xylem and phloem. Okay. So with this, so this is only the structure of internal structure of leaf. So what we learnt today, and in the beginning itself I asked you why only the green part synthesizes the food. So the green part will be, or if we can refer or we can tell, the chloroplast, it is having a pigment, green pigment. Okay, so that pigment, or it resembles or it refers to the presence of the chloroplast. This chloroplast is maximum in number in the leaves, and it is minimum distributed in the other parts like a stem and all. It will be present wherever the chloroplast is present, there the photosynthesis occurs. Okay, no doubt, don't have a confusion with the chloroplast, leaves and stems. Wherever the chloroplast is present in the body part, in the plant body, there the photosynthesis occurs. Okay, not only this green pigment, other pigments are also present. So if you look at the reproductive part of the plant, that is flower, the flower is in maximum of the angiosperms, the angiospermic plant, they will be having the colorful reproductive part or the colorful flowers. Why don't they reproduce or they synthesizes the food? Because they are not having the, what is that, chloroplast. Then what type of cells they are having? Why they are red color or pink or white or various colors? What is the necessity of having the different colors? So only to attract the insects only, and also because of the presence of different pigments in that, they expressed as red or white or pink or other colors or purple or other colors. So let me conclude this class. So we learned a lateral appendage of the plant. The lateral appendage, it consists of a petiole and upper surface and lower surface, and at the central region it has a midrib and number of veins. If I ask you what is the function of vein, if you know, you can send the answer to me. So what is the function of vein? What will be there in the veins? So why they are distributed in the leaf blade. Okay, so this is the leaf blade. And one more thing I should tell you, the leaf, it consists of a maximum amount of chloroplast. In some leaf, few of the leaves, they are not much green in color. They are not much in green in color, means they lack the chloroplast. That's it. Minimum amount of chloroplast will be present in those leaves. Okay, so midrib and tip of the leaf. After that, so after the studying the morphology of lateral appendage, we took the section of the leaf and we studied an enlarged portion. an enlarged portion of leaf. We found out the upper surface and lower surface. In between the upper surface and lower surface, we found out two types of leaves here, two types of cells here. The cells are, few of the cells are parallelly arranged with one another, and those cells are known as palisade parenchyma, and few cells are irregularly distributed towards the lower surface, and those cells are known as spongy parenchyma. And towards the lower surface we will find and we can observe numerous stomata. Okay, and at the midrib portion we find the bundle sheath. Inside the bundle sheath, vascular tissues are present. Those vascular tissues are protoxylem and metaxylem. This will be the protoxylem and this will be the metaxylem, and this is the phloem. I didn't mention the proto and meta, just take this as all these parts are known as the xylem, which is transporting the water. Okay, so with this we have completed much amount of knowledge of morphology and anatomy of leaf.